So Aries, your week commencing the 3rd of February forecast begins with a very meditative, almost spiritual alliance in place in your situation. You may have been thinking about something very deeply indeed. It could be something that triggers some nostalgia, particularly about someone from your past. But also, if you're someone who's very motivated to help those who are less fortunate, you may sign up for some kind of voluntary activity, you may make a donation, or you may want to book some kind of time away where you can rest, recuperate, perhaps go to a spa, perhaps have a healing treatment. But this week, despite that very gentle and beguiling energy, does have a lot of potential for spark and ignition, which is really exciting because you are a fire sign. So with Venus moving into your sign on Tuesday, what that can do is give you much more impulse to take action. Some of the action could be for a new look, to give yourself some kind of glamorous makeover. It may be to reach out to friends that you've not really been so much in touch with, perhaps because January can be, particularly in the northern hemisphere, a bit of a sleepy time. But Jupiter going direct on the same day is also going to engender a desire to be much more in touch, because Jupiter's retrograde has been afflicted in a big way over the last 4 months, off and on, by Saturn. And Saturn, of course, has been asking you to think very deeply about past hurts, separations, and perhaps some of your fears and anxieties. But a much bubblier version of yourself is really going to shape up from Tuesday of this week. And because Venus links to Pluto, but Jupiter links to Mercury and the Sun, and Pluto, the Sun and Mercury all in the sociable Aquarius, this really can be a time when you feel that you want to step out and reconnect. But because of that collective in Pisces at the start of this week, for some Rams, this could be people who share a higher purpose. For others, it may be that you just want a jollier time, because Jupiter can be about being much more bubbly and effusive. Now, both Venus and Jupiter are the benefics in traditional astrology. Jupiter the greater, Venus the lesser. Now, technically, Venus is detrimented in your sign and Jupiter detrimented in Gemini. Forget that. This is a time when bright blessings can come your way. The only catch really is the quarter moon midweek. If you are feeling a bit more impulsive around your finances, particularly around a future orientated plan, it might be a good idea to speak to someone who tends to be a bit more detached, who you trust, who can give you some good advice. But also, because of the sensitivity of the Pisces energy, if there are certain friends in your situation that you may even like, but you don't just align in quite the way you want, that quarter moon can make you a little bit more cool and determined to steer towards the people who do share your values. And as Venus aligns beautifully with Pluto, which is on Friday, the connection you have with one friend, perhaps even romantically, could be really heartfelt. Now, as the week draws to a close, the cazimi between Mercury and the Sun glows up. That's a chance for you to seriously think, but also discuss your hopes for the future, but also the things that inspire you beyond the material world. We can all be goal and status orientated at times, because there are certain things that we want in our lives, whether it's a new vehicle, a really nice foreign holiday, home improvements, all these things, totally understandable. But that Aquarius energy is really asking you to think much more about what really does trigger within you some kind of higher purpose. And it's something we can all gain from this week, to be honest, but it's going to be particularly so for you. But if you have been feeling that your life has been a little slower, almost like driving with the proverbial handbrake on, it wouldn't be a surprise. The need to stay in touch with the more sensitive energies in Pisces, particularly the conjunction between the North Node and Neptune for the whole of February, is going to be important. But one of the things about your sign that I feel doesn't get reported on in popular astrology, is that you do listen to your instincts a lot when you make decisions. For many of us, it's when we don't listen to our instincts that things go awry. So continue to be guided by that, because that conjunction is very special indeed. And indeed, as February goes on, the social vibe that's shaping up this week will make way for a part of you that maybe does need some peace, some tranquility and reflection. But for now, I think it's a very bright and bubbly week in store for you. Just follow your hunches. It's been a pleasure being with you, Aries. Have a great week. If you've yet to watch your deep dive February forecast, please see the link below. And remember, you can get your half price personal 12-month forecast, but also life roadmap reports, the combination of them, totally unique to you, fired to your email. Please see the link below for more.